Hello again. I welcome you all to today's class by Advanced English Language Academy. Today we will talk about the hindrances that occur when you start speaking English or when you start learning English. Okay, so as you know that when you start learning English as a language, so you will have to study ESL, English as a second language. Whoever is learning English, he is an ESL student. Why? Because if he knew English, so he wouldn't learn it. So when he's learning it, so it's not his first language and he is an ESL student. So today we'll talk about a few hindrances that occur when a person starts speaking English or when a person starts learning English. So first of all, what is stopping you? There'll be many things to demotivate you. There'll be many things to stop you. And so many students, they just drop out. They come back. They stop learning English. And they go with a lot of frustration. So the video is for those students who want to learn English and they think that they won't be able to deal with these obstructions or hindrances, right? So first of all, shyness. So once I was reading and I read somewhere, a great philosopher, Osho, said, live as if you are acting and act as if you are living. That's something I loved and I learned a lot from that quotation because when we speak English, when we do anything, so our first priority is to impress the listener. We want to impress the listener. We want to tell the listener that I am something. I am a very important person. So remember, when you want to impress another person, when you want to tell him that you are also something, so one thing you have to understand, there occurs the performance anxiety. Performance anxiety means that you are too much cautious about what will your performance, what effect your performance will have on the person who is listening to you or who is watching. So in anxiety and pressure, you can do anything. So the main problem is when we speak English and we want to impress other people, so the performance anxiety is already there. So just take it as a normal thing. When you are speaking normal English, when you don't want to impress the other person, you are actually expressing yourself. So when you are expressing yourself, so your English will be natural. So don't impress other people. No problem. You just think about a person who doesn't have any pressure on him and the person who is working with another pressure. Who works the best? Obviously the person who doesn't take pressure. So pressure is a big hindrance. The next one, lack of practice. That's a very common thing. People nowadays, my students, I'll talk about my students. I ask them to practice at home and they come with a lot of we can call them complaints, we can call them excuses. They say that so there is no one to practice English with. So I tell them, when we were ESL students, there was no internet, there was nothing. Nothing was available. So who did we practice with? Today, if you are complaining and if you are saying that there is no one to practice with, it's the biggest excuse because today, you can practice with ChatGPT, you can practice with Google, you can find a lot of stuff on the internet. So just don't hide behind this excuse that there is no one to practice with. That's something very, very awkward. And there is no one to practice with, so why don't you practice ChatGPT? Just record a voice and you convert your voice into text. You answer, you ask another question, just have a conversation with that. I think that may be the easiest option, isn't it? Like, the next one is fear of grammar or fear of grammatical structures. That's very common in Pakistan and India. You make a little grammatical mistake and the whole world is after you. You make a lot of mistakes in pronunciation, no problem. No one says anything. But you make a little, a small mistake. You just make a small mistake in grammar, and people people come after you. And whatever, wherever you have made that mistake, if I have made a mistake in this video, people will not talk about how I delivered my lecture, how I spoke English, where I went wrong, whether my pronunciation was right or not. But just a small grammatical mistake, and people will just point it out. Don't worry. Don't worry, because it's not our own language. For example, I'm an ESL student. I belong to Pakistan, you belong to India, someone belongs to China, France, Germany. So it's not our own language. We will be making mistakes. No problem. If an Englishman speaks a little German, a little Chinese, a little Urdu, a little Pashto, we say, oh, great. We don't find out his mistakes. But I don't know what's this complex. What's this inferiority that you make a little mistake, a small mistake, you make a small mistake in grammar, and people come after you, correcting you, calling you incompetent. So no problem. Don't care of people in this matter. Okay? Don't care of people. When you don't care of people, you are not afraid of the grammatical structure. Just think grammar to be an auxiliary tool. Start speaking English without following grammar. What you know, just speak it out. Don't worry about grammar. You can learn grammar after you become a little bit good speaker of English. Then you can improve your grammar. Grammar is not the priority. Fear of mistakes. As I said earlier, when I was talking about shyness, that we're afraid of making mistakes. So you will be making mistakes, obviously. Oh, if you just watch this video of mine with a lot of care, and in order to find out mistakes, you'll find so many mistakes in my video also. Why? Because I'm not a native speaker. I was not born in America. I was not born in England. I was born in Pakistan, and I learned it. I learned it as a second language. I was an ESL student, so I meant how hard I try, I can never ever become a perfect speaker of English, because it's not my own language. So if you are making mistakes, no problem, no problem. If someone points it out for you, for example, if someone points out mistakes in my video, what's wrong there? No problem. I learn more and more and more. I'm open to criticism. No problem. But if I take it as a matter of ego, so then I may never grow. That's right. I will never grow, because if someone points out mistakes, so that person is criticizing, because criticism means the person wants you to grow more. And if someone uses some bad comments, then I know that that person doesn't want me to grow, so then I'll block it, no problem. But if someone points out, no problem. And there will be mistakes, I know. There can be repetition of some words. There can be pronunciation mistakes. There can be grammatical mistakes. So I'm not afraid. If I am not afraid of mistakes, so why are you afraid of? Start speaking English. Okay. People will laugh at you. We mostly think, what will the listeners say about me? Laughter is a very good thing, because, for example, if I make a mistake in front of my partner, in front of my friend, so he'll be laughing at me, no problem. But when he laughs at me, I learn that's the mistake that led to this critical situation, and it made people laugh at me. No problem. I learned repeat this mistake. And one thing that whoever is watching this video, and whoever, because if you have come that far, you are a lover of English, because many people have skipped in the first minute, in the second minute, the short minute. You have observed one thing, that those people who are learning English, they are also not good speakers of English. They are not advanced students. So their level is also not that good. So you are already teaching to someone who doesn't understand English. You are already talking to someone who doesn't understand English. And people don't understand English. What are you afraid of? Okay. In Pakistan and India, people don't know much about English, and small grammatical mistakes, people don't laugh at. Okay? And people, because for example, I'm speaking to someone who doesn't understand English, so how will he point out my mistakes. So just go with this confidence that the person who is listening to me, he's also a learner. He's also a second language learner. So how can he point out your mistakes? Within many academies, now academies are not responsible for that because people come to me and they blend the academies. So what an English language instructor can do, he can only create an environment for you. Okay. So then you are there, for example, it's your decision. You have to pass IELTS, you have to pass an interview, you have to improve your English. So blaming the instructor is something I I never understand why people blame instructors because when you went to an academy, the teacher started teaching you English. He put you in an environment. There was an acquisition. He asked you questions. So you are the one who has to learn English, and going to the academy is only one of the paths. You have multiple things to do. Now you have dived into this thing. You have a lot of things to do now. You have to practice English. You have to be busy on the internet. I mean, practicing English. You have to practice English at home. And going to the academy is important because from there you will get the instructions. But if you just rely on the institute or the academy entirely, so learning English will become a dream within a dream. That's what we have here today. And also write in the comment section what is stopping you, what is your block. Okay, we try to help you. Thanks a lot.